What's going on? Welcome to HDiiTV. You're now rocking with your boy. What's going on? What's going on? Seems like they're messing with my connection. So they're gonna be messing with my connection. Messing with my connection. Let's see. Two people. Two people. What's up, John? Chilling. Chillaxing, chillaxing. No, he didn't do right letting Kennedy go. I don't care how out of line she's been. So you said even if she's out of line, you still would kept her. It's very interesting to me. A lot of people are happy that Ken is gone now. She's been posting and she did a thing with some guy on YouTube or whatever. Whatever he did. And she basically got buckets put on her. What's up, one Colin? Yeah, I saw her on the Neon show. Yeah, a lot of people were taken aback by how she was acting, how she was trolling. People was like, oh, she's trolling. She doesn't mean it. Would have kept the team scoring. So you think it would have helped the team score more? I saw on the Neon show, they talked about how they talk about how she got scored on easily and how she got beat. Like they were playing 1v1. You know, they were showing her missing a lot of shots. They said that she got beat. What's up, Mario? Yeah, you enjoyed the first show. Yeah, a lot of people did. A lot of people been clamoring for us to get together. Kind of kept it under wraps. What's up, Keywan? Kenny being a good scorer would have keep the pressure off Reese and Cardoso to be open buckets, but back is slow. So Ariel Atkins, you don't think Ariel Atkins will help the scoring? So Ariel Atkins is a better player than Chennedy Carter. I think Ariel Atkins stretches the floor better than Chennedy Carter. I think she's a better defender than Chennedy Carter. And she's great for the locker room. And she's great for team camaraderie. I know people talk about, oh, well, you don't want that's overrated, where your team is, of course, playing together. You want to have a strong unit. Vandersloot brings a lot of veteran leadership. Kennedy's out here, living her best life, doing the things that, that basically got her put on the map, playing the game a certain way, very entertaining to watch. But a lot of problems. The things is that she's a player that can kind of, how do I say, kind of rub people the wrong way. So, and a lot of her comments that she makes a lot of times are very two-faced. Sort of like what you have with Alexis Morris. They're kind of the same player, except I say Kennedy has a bigger bag than she has on the offensive end. Alexis, I would say, is a better defender than Chennedy Carter, a lot better. Distributor, I say Alexis is slightly better, or they're kind of the same. They penetrate and get the ball to either their shooters or to somebody inside the paint. They're gonna score easily without Chennedy Carter. Kia Nurse is gonna open up the floor. Becca Allen's gonna open up the floor. HVL's gonna open up the floor. It's gonna be more of a moving the ball type of offense, where Kennedy is a ball stopper. If you have a Chennedy Carter, a Vandersloot wouldn't work well with the Chennedy Carter because of their play styles. Vandersloot is more traditional, likes the ball in her hands, like to dictate where the offense is going to be. Kennedy, her issue, in my opinion, is she dominates the ball a lot. And because of her play style, it kind of messes up a structure to your offense. She's a player that either you put the team around her or you bring her off the bench. Those are the type of play style she has. She also made a comment about Flau'jae pursuing her music career and quitting basketball. And then you had another one, Alexis Morris, saying Fulwiley ought to go to LSU and show she's the top dog. Just a lot of behavior that shows that they're immature and they aren't leaders, that they really wouldn't be leaders on your team. Well, John, there was games where Kennedy didn't score well. Why do you think we lost more than we won? A lot of those games, Kennedy wasn't scoring. When she's not scoring, she doesn't do nothing else well. She doesn't do that well. She's not very effective defensively. She can play, but she would have to be on a team that basically caters to her type of play style. And we don't know what type of things she did behind closed doors. Yeah, exactly, Mario. She doesn't want to be a backup. I agree. What's up, MJ? Well, I don't even know if Chennedy was toxic. I just think that she's a player whose play style kind of messes your team up. Like, if she's somebody you don't want to build around, you wouldn't bring her into your team at all. What's up, MDT? Yeah, she did. She said that. Yeah, she said that Flaude wants to quit basketball and pursue her rap career. Yeah, she did say that. She did say it. It's on Twitter. You can see it now. I mean, her ego and pride, it's like, I believe, yeah, like, but she feels like she's a starter. Last year she put up numbers, but teams are they're backing off. But a lot of fans online have been saying that Jeff P was right to let ChennFOLK go. That's what a lot of them have said. A lot of them have said that they're happy that they let her go. Yeah, she does. It gets in the way of your it gets in the way of your greatness, but at the same time, if you're trying to run a team, you want to put pieces together that fits. Um, you want to score on your team who fits in well with the team, but also can go get a bucket whenever they want to. You know, they go get a bucket anytime they want to. So, oh, right there. Rick. Can Chennedy run an offense? Chennedy could run an offense, but her offense is, she wants to get to the cup or she wants to get to that mid range, to that elbow or to that baseline or to the nail. She likes to operate within the mid range. She can shoot from anywhere within the mid range. Her 3-point shot is okay. It's not consistent. A lot of teams were also worried about that. A lot of times, she can also pass the ball. Like, she can get downhill into the paint. She can pass it off to the bigs or give it up to Miller. There's times where she does miss her shots and she gets in her head. Like, if she's not making the shot, she tries to force the issue a little too much. And that's where the Sky fell into a lot of problems last year when she was trying to force the issue. Is she a hell of a player? Yeah, like I said, her and Alexis should be in the league, but that attitude. Sometimes people say it's your attitude when sometimes it's probably not their attitude. They probably had a bad day. and people are judging them off that bad day. But Jeff P, letting her go, it was mainly you want to come off the bench. If you don't want to come off the bench, they were going to let you go. Ariel Atkins most likely would fit the team a lot better because what Ariel Atkins does, she can play without the ball in her hand. Kennedy's the type of player her strength is to have the ball in her hand. She has to have it in her hand. She could play off of it at times, but where she's more effective is the ball in her hand, being able to boogie, get to her spots, get to the second level. Ariel Atkins can play all three levels. She can score when she wants to. She can shoot. She can facilitate, and pass the ball. So she's a difficult type of player to go against, or even to try to, how do I say, to try to shut down, because she's going to give you problems on both ends of the floor. But Chennedy can run the offense, Yeah, she definitely gets in her own way. I don't think it's on purpose or anything. I just think she gets in her own way. Like sometimes, like you're expecting the best out of her, and then she just does something like this. So again, did Jeff P do the right thing in letting Chennedy Carter go? Where I think Fulwiley go? Auburn or Maryland. I can see her going to Auburn or Maryland. That's what I think.
A couple of times, yeah, I was.
So that's how I look at it. Notre Dame or Kansas State? You think so? MJ say yeah for letting her go. Notre Dame or Kansas State? Why Notre Dame and Kansas State, John? Why that? Why Notre Dame and Kansas State? You think Fulwiley? You think Fulwiley and Hannah, they'll work well together? Merlin's an interesting place. Man, Merlin would be nice for her to go to. Wherever she goes to, it'll be a good place to go to. Yeah, but I don't think her and Hidalgo will work. Like, would that work? Like, who gonna be the point guard? Like, Hidalgo's a point guard. Hidalgo's a guard who likes to score. So who gonna be the facilitator? It ain't gonna be no damn Fulwiley. Excuse me. Me neither, Mario. I wasn't surprised she went to Penn State. Right. Both Hannah and Fulwiley need the ball. Plain and simple. Yeah, exactly. So unless one of them are saying, you know what, I'm gonna sacrifice and be the PG, it ain't gonna work, Mario. It is not gonna work. This was a blowout. Louis Paulette. Where's Auburn at? Let me ask you that question. Where's Auburn at? I said that she would go to Auburn or to Maryland. Where's Auburn at? Since you say I'm scared she'll come bite SC in the butt, where's Auburn at, Lewis? When I said from the beginning that that's the school she ought to go to. Where's Auburn at, Lewis? If I say a school like Auburn is where I got her going to, or Maryland, where is Auburn at? I'll wait for you to answer because I want you to sound stupid when you say something. Go ahead. Where's Auburn at? I'll wait. We got all night. I don't have to work in the morning. So where's Auburn at, Lewis? She needs to stay in the SEC. You scared she gonna come back and bite South Carolina in the ass. Where's Auburn at, Lewis? Since you came in here sounding dumb, I would like your dumb behind to say something. Where is Auburn at when I said that was the school she should go to? I said that on the show with Auntie Says. I said that for the past week that she should go to Auburn. Where's Auburn at, Lewis? Since you want to come in here and act stupid, because I know you're a troll, so before I block you, where's Auburn at? Dummies, dog. Y'all so dumb. Y'all come in here and say stupid stuff, and then you sound dumb when I suggested the school she go to is in the SEC. Stupid. The hell is dude talking about? My goodness, man. This is what's wrong with the internet. Oh, now you switched it to the Tigers. She's not going to LSU, Lewis. You got Michaela Williams, you got Flaw J. Johnson, and you got a bunch of recruits coming in. Why would she go there? She might as well should have stayed at SC then. Damn, you stupid. So now you switched it to the LSU Tigers. Boy, I tell you, boy, people get dumber and dumber on this internet, bro. I tell you. First, they say this, they say that. I suggested her to go to Auburn because she's going to start at Auburn. She's not going to start at LSU. Who is she going to start at LSU over? Who's she going to start over? She's not starting over Michaela. She's not starting over Flaw J. She's not starting over Grace Knox. She not starting over the other girl that's coming in. Slow, bro, I tell you. Yeah, Auburn in the SEC. But he gonna come in here. Now he trying to switch it to LSU now. Like an idiot. Because he got called out and looked dumb. That's what I'm saying, John. Like, why idiots always come on here and say dumb shit? Like dumbness, dog. It's like so hilarious to me. And they actually think they know something, and then they look dumb once you correct them. Then he want to switch it. Yeah, Nadira, a goalpost mover. He moving the goalpost. First he said she's scared. I'm scared that she gonna come to the SEC and beat South Carolina. After I suggested she should go to Auburn. Oh my gosh, dog, where these idiots come from, Lord. Stupid. Exactly, Crave. Like, why would, exactly, Fulwiley and Hannah would not work. The only way that works is if Hannah say, you know what, I'm a sacrifice, you run the plays, you dominate the ball, I give you the ball. That's the only way it'll work. Because Fulwiley's not finna take a back seat. She not. She want to go somewhere where she starts. Dog, move the goalposts more than the NFL, dog. Straight, John. You already know. They gonna move the goalposts. They ain't gonna say the LSU Tigers. Where is she gonna go play at with LSU? You already got a bunch of guards over there. And you got some wings over there. She's too small to play the wing, and she's too ISO ball to play the point guard. It's like, what are you talking about? Like, people don't even think about play styles. She was just in a system which was big to the wing heavy. If she go to LSU, it's going to be bigs to the wing heavy. It's like, bro, what are you talking about? Like, you don't even know the system she came from. You don't even know what LSU runs. LSU would not fit her game. Her game, honestly, would be stifled even more going to LSU than it would have SC. Because her and Kaylin Gilbert are going to get in each other's way. Her and Michaela and Flau'jae going to get in each other's way. Flau'jae and Michaela already on each other's way. So you got to look at it from a perspective of, where does my play style fit? The reason I said Auburn is because they have a new coach there from Norfolk State. He knows how to run a system around your main, like his main piece. He did that at Norfolk State with Diamond Johnson. He was able to run a system that was able to fit her play style and her skill set. He would be perfect for Fulwiley, and they got some talented players over there. Or she can go to Merlin, because in Merlin, you got a Lucci who just signed, you got Smichael, you got McDaniels, and you got Tebiasu there, which would be a good supporting cast for her. She'll be able to start. She'll be able to have those players play around her. Now, Kansas State, I don't know, John, because the reason why is because I don't know the play style they want to play. Do they want to play the play style? Because you got to remember, Serena Sundell, when she was there, she was mainly facilitating and getting everybody the ball. Fulwiley is there to get her shot off and do her thing. And then defensively, you got to think, she's not that good defensively. She's okay, but she's not great. Right. If Olivia and Hannah didn't work, how Fulwiley and Hannah gonna work? Right. That ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work at all. Exactly. And I wouldn't put Fulwiley over Michaela, because Michaela can run the offense and she's a better scorer than Fulwiley. Exactly, Mario. That's what I'm saying. Like, people don't know what they be saying, bro. They just hop in here and just say they just speak their mind because they just want to sound special, sound like they know something. That would be a terrible idea if she go to LSU. If you thought it was bad at SC, in which y'all think it was, it's gonna be worse at LSU because Kim Mulkey ain't like Don Staley. She not gonna sit there and deal with that crap. She gonna throw you at the end of the bench and just forget about you. That's why I was surprised Flau'jae decided to come back. I thought Flau'jae would go to the draft because off her name, she would get drafted early. But I know what happened. Allegedly, she talked to scouts, she talked to people who know ball, agents and stuff, and not agents, but people who were in that side behind closed doors. She wasn't going to get picked that high. So that's why she said, I got to come back for another year. Yeah, Kim's old school. Why are y'all shooting these threes? Knock that down. So, chat, man, was Jeff P correct in letting Chennedy Carter walk? Was he fine? Was he right to do that? Because you have fans on the Twitter Spaces and internet basically saying, "Yeah, man, she needed to go." Then you got some that's like John who's saying, "Nah, she needed to stay. She should have stayed." Nadira said, "Yeah, he was HD." So you got people saying different things. What would I have done? It's kind of hard to say because I'm with John. Kennedy could have came off the bench, but she don't feel like she deserves to come off the bench. So by her saying that, she don't want to come off the bench, it's kind of hard for me to put you in the starting lineup. It's hard for me to start you because of your play style. What's up, Jean Gray? Yeah, that's true, Jean Gray. That's also true. Right, Mario. That's true. What's up, Raging Bull? She just dropped an interview on it about 30 minutes ago. In my opinion, it wasn't just Jeff. It came up from the top, and that's why no one has signed her yet. Well, that's true. But here's the thing, Raging Bull. You're absolutely right. The problem with Chennedy Carter, and this is all allegedly, Chennedy Carter is very hard to coach. Very hard to coach, very hard to deal with. Now, does that mean she's not talented enough to play in the W? No. Chennedy Carter's probably one of the best bucket getters, if not the best bucket getter outside of Asia Wilson and Arike Ugumbawale. She's the best bucket getter outside of Arike and Asia Wilson. Seriously. She's not a heavy three-point shooter. She's a mid-range to the basket player, very strong finisher, could finish at the hoop. Her biggest knock is when her shot isn't going or she feels like she doesn't have the ball enough in her hands, she kind of begins to be an introvert. She keeps to herself. She don't really talk much. She goes silent. And she's very passionate. Like, she'll get on players. She'll tell players, you need to do this. One of her most famous incidents happened with Liz Cambage. Her and Liz Cambage got into it. Like, they were both so toxic in that locker room. They just decided to say, you know what? We just gonna let both of y'all go. We just gonna let both of y'all go now. And then she was in Atlanta. She was having a great season. Then I believe she got into it with a teammate, or, you know, she wasn't as effective as she was the first year. Her second year, she kind of didn't do well, and they traded her to LA. So if you watched our show earlier today, it was me, Rob, and Auntie Says. Like, we told you that a lot of people, they will if you had an attitude or you weren't correct with certain people, they take that to management or to the person in charge, and they talk about you. Whoever she pissed off with at the Atlanta Dream or the LA Sparks, that has carried her. And Chicago was her last stint. Like, that was like her final chance to get right, and she didn't get right. So you know, it kind of trickled down to her. It trickled down to her, and, you know, she's been blocked. Not blocked, but nobody wants to take a chance with her because of her play style. Now, they'll let her come off the bench. They don't have no issue with that, but Chennedy doesn't feel she's a bench player. She feels she's a starter. And I agree. She's proven that she could start, but nobody's going to take a chance and say, you know what, we're going to build our franchise around you. We're going to let you do what you do. You know? Yeah, they would, but she's not coming back to Chicago, John. She's gone. Yeah, exactly, Mario. That's correct. Yeah, even before Jeff P. Crave Y, you had the Atlanta Dream and you had the Los Angeles Sparks. She had two stints there. She was traded from Atlanta, and then she eventually was released out of LA, and she didn't get signed for the upcoming season. She got signed into the league by Teaspoon. Teaspoon tried to bring her back to the league by signing her to a training camp contract. She made it out of training camp. So, you know, so we don't know what else happened. But there's two players on the roster, and Alex Wilson and Garantes, who people say are bucket getters. So we might have our bucket getters. Well, we got two scorers out there too, John. In Garantes and Alex Wilson. So we got two scorers along with Ariel. So you got three. But from looking at her and how she's been moving during the summer, you know, some people kind of feel like it rubs them the wrong way. You know, some people feel like it's all right, but you know, they don't really mess with her like that. Like management, ownership, they kind of don't want to put this player on their team and build around them. Yeah, I agree, Mario. If Teaspoon gets back into the league, I agree. She would probably invite Chennedy Carter on the team. But she's going to have to sell it because she got a bad rap everywhere. And you got to sell it. You got past that. So, Teaspoon. Her ego, she feels like the people she wanted credit from wasn't giving it to her, crashing on X this year, shading her teammates. Yeah, that's true, Crave. That's what happened. She felt like she wasn't getting enough credit and she crashed out about it. And here we are. We're here today. We're here today to talk about it. And her ego had her do the things she did. It's like, wow. Like, see, the thing is, she could have shared the spotlight with everybody on the team. She didn't have to be known as the only person. Yeah, it's May 2nd. I love it. This season's gonna be great. I think this season's gonna be great. People gonna enjoy it. They're gonna bring the family out. But this season should be great. We got a lot of teams that are gonna be surprising this year. I think I still think the Fever are going to finish third or fourth. Are we gonna live stream some games? I don't know. We might. We might on Mario. That's a good question. We might. We might do it, you know. We'll see. We possibly could. That'd be dope though, if we do it. You guys get some real analysis instead of listening to that BS ESPN. HBL's finna make the team, John. She's gonna make the team, bro. She is. Her and Maddie gonna make the team. What's up, Bangs Theory? Yeah. Nobody vouched for her. Why do you think that is, Bangs Theory? Why do you think nobody vouched for her? What up, Jacob Chapone? You know me. Yeah, it could be marketing, but HVL can play. What's up, Still the King? Salute. What if my laser transfers to TCU? Then she transfers to TCU. I don't see her going to TCU though. You think she'll go to TCU and play in that type of offense? Problem child. Listen, guys and gals, here's the facts. Chennedy Carter was traded from Atlanta after she had one of the best rookie seasons we've ever seen. She got traded her second year. She went to LA. Her and Liz Cambage got into it. They got into it. The LA Sparks decided to let both of them go. Plus, she was sent home for conduct detrimental to the team. Nobody wants to talk about that. Why would they send her home for conduct detrimental to the team? Why? You know? And this girl is talented. She's a talented scorer. I think she's a talented scorer. I don't think she's a great player. I don't. I think she's a very talented scorer though. Very gifted. Super Otis. No, it's not even that, Jacob Pone. I don't have a problem with somebody thinking they're the best, but when teams say, this is the thing, this is the facts. When teams say they're worried about your play style and how it will mix or merge with the team, that's low key saying we don't know how she'll fit in with the team attitude wise or play style, and like if she doesn't get her way, how will she act? So it mainly had to do with attitude. Mo Jeff and that, they could buy Mo Jeff and ban them out. They could buy both of them out. They got enough money. And then the cap probably going to go up next year because of the CBA. She made Liz Cambage quit right after a game, and they still paid Carter and sent her home. Yeah, exactly, Jean Grey. You are absolutely right. She made Liz Cambage quit right after a game. Yep. Look, I'm just saying, man, I'm just putting the facts out there. Chennedy Carter is a very talented scorer. Is she a great player? I don't believe she's a great player because I don't believe she's that good defensively. She's very athletic. I've seen her when her shot isn't going or falling, she kind of, disappears. When her shot isn't going or her dribble is got her to be able to get to the next level, I've seen her just check out. Okay, thanks, Tay. He said, got my locks done. Now I feel like Don Dada, no Kanye. You stupid. You stupid. But congrats on getting your locks done, man. You got to keep these locks up, man. You got to keep them up. You got to keep them up, man. You got to keep them up. Got to keep them up. Talking about Jason Whitlock. I mean, look, nobody give a damn about Jason Whitlock. Does Jason Whitlock know what he be talking about? Jason Whitlock don't even know the sport. He don't even know how to talk about the game. He didn't start watching women's basketball until Caitlin Clark. That was it. He don't give a damn about basketball, football, and none of them players. He don't. He just used that to try to push his negative agenda. He's another bee dancer who basically found a platform for himself to be able to speak on his hateful vitriols. Big shot. But that's just what he do. Jason Whitlock is nobody important, man. He's just around to cause a lot of chaos and a lot of stupidity. That's what he does. He causes confusion, and then when he gets checked for it or called out about it, he tried to spin the narrative. This dude literally said, oh, hold on, guys, blowing my nose. He literally said, right, HBL is there to take Angel's spot. I'm like, what are you talking about? They don't even play the same position, stupid. Then you had these two black women who were on YouTube trying to say, oh, they drafted Sivka and Westbell to be Angel's replacement. I looked and said, what? Talking about, oh, she got to be forced to make her layups and make her shots or she out the league. It's like, look, man, if you're on YouTube, man, or whatever, you got to make sure that you get you a couple drink in you, a couple puffs in you, so you could deal with this stupidity every day. Oh, when I'm going to do that? In due time, I'm going to do it, Mario. In due time, I'm going to do it. Give me a chance. It's going to come out real soon. That's what I'm saying, John. It's like, what are we talking about? People saying Maddie and Sivka going to take her spot. I'm like, oh my gosh. How are they going to take her spot, Jason? How? Angel Reese can play defense and she can rebound. If you could play defense and rebound at a whole nother level, they not getting rid of you. I forgot their name, man. I forgot their name. I forgot their name. I'm not even gonna hold you. I was so furious from listening to their bullshit. You know, that's what happened. Pissed me the hell off. I was so mad. I wish I could have got on that live with him. Yeah, he is. You know, that's just how it is. No, it wasn't Quita. No, it wasn't Quita, Mario. No, it was two black women, just random black women made a video. No, it wasn't Quita. Quita made some bad takes, but no. Well, she's a Chicago Sky fan. She's a Chicago Sky fan, but she really likes Caitlin Clark. She cool. She like Angel Reese. You know, she's a fan of Angel Reese, like to an extent. But what she does is she tries to play. She tries to play the middle of the fence when she does her show when it comes to Angel Reese or Caitlin Clark. But Caitlin Clark fans go in on her when she gives Angel or somebody else props. They feel like, oh, she's turning against us, and they play that victim mentality where they're like, oh, we're getting played and all this crap, when that's not the case. Um, But Quita loves sports. Is neutral. Is for everybody. And Chicago Sky, her channel there, she basically talks trying to think. She tries to cater to the Caitlin Clark fans so they don't destroy her, go in on her. But she she got her she got her channel popping. Can't take that away from Miss Quita. Respect her for that. It's just certain things that I don't like that she does. But hey, that's her. Exactly, Jean Grey. She tolerates Reese because she's on the team, right? I asked her if she was going to mention Reese Depoy Award, and she said no. Yeah, but she reports everything Indiana is doing. Exactly, because she's a Clarkie. She loved Caitlin Clark. She was one of the ones who said Angel was going to come off the bench when she got there, and Izzy was going to start over her. That's what she said. And I said, no. She's going to start over Izzy. Izzy can't rebound like her, defend like her. Mm-hmm. But I agree, Jean Grey. You're absolutely right. She tolerates it. AJ, can we make a top request for a future video? What's the request on Bangs Theory? What is the request? I gotta know what it is. Let me know what it is. He said that's why I call her a fake Angel Reese fan. Yeah, Keywan, yep. Absolutely. She's a fan. What's up, Cheyenne? Just chillaxing, man, talking to the folk. Yeah. She has. So so that's how I look at it. Let's see. What's up, Brash? Who I'm talking about? Fake Angel fan. They talking about Quita, but Quita's a Chicago Sky fan, but she's more of a Caitlyn fan than Angel fan. Like before the season, she said Angel was gonna be on the bench last year, and I left a comment on her thing saying, who she's gonna be on the bench for. And she said Izzy. I almost bust out laughing. Like Izzy is not starting over no damn Angel Reese. It's like that's when I realized Quita don't know shit about basketball. But she's a great historian. She knows the history of the game. She knows how to talk about the game. And she has some great takes on the game and the history. But as far as basketball, she don't know shit about basketball. Great game between Golden State. Yeah, I'm gonna watch it in a few. I'm just watching this Orlando Boston game from earlier. I still gotta talk about this. I'm gonna talk about this game and the next game later. Yeah. What's up, Uncle J.E.? Do I ever sleep? Yeah. When I can. I dropped a lot of content today. I got some more to drop. So I'm just rewatching these game ones so then I could give you guys the breakdown. I give y'all the breakdown later. Yeah, Quita loves sports, Brass. What's up, Scott? The topic is, did Jeff P do the right thing in letting Chennedy Carter go? That's what he said. It's funny talking about this tonight. I was watching Sky games from last year. Chennedy did so much for that team, at least on the court. Chennedy did great as far as scoring, but there would be games where her scoring didn't do well and she would struggle. Kennedy's the type of person, if her shot's not going, she gets into her own head. I've seen it in plenty of games this year when they played Seattle, that back-to-back game, the first game they played in Seattle, she was balling out. The second game they played, she was missing shots, like a lot of bunnies. And, she would get into her head. And Teaspoon and Angel would have to, like, get her out of it, snap her out of it. And her play style a lot of times hurt our team more than helped, especially with the talent we had on the team. But the team was poorly constructed. Right. He said sleep is the cousin of death. The cousin of unalive, yeah. Oh, I watched that the other night. Well, Jason Whitlock is nothing but a shock value guy. He's a guy who gets off on shock value. Like, he loves the attention. He don't know nothing about the sport. He don't know nothing about the sport. He just started watching after Caitlyn. He didn't watch before that. No, I didn't see Sinners yet, Jacob Home. Angel's gonna play more of a stretch four this year. She's not gonna be in the post as much. She's gonna play around the elbow area and the wings a little bit. She's not gonna be in the post as much. She wants to make it easier for Camilla. She had to play in the post last year because remember, Camilla got hurt. And E Will is good, but E Will is not the rebounder that Angel was. Right. Exactly. Yeah, she got a lot of her points in the paint. Like Kennedy's game is like her game is like from the elbows to the post. That's her game. She rarely takes threes, but when it's like clutch, you need a shot, she'll make the 3-pointer. I listened to Quita before. Quita is good as far as talking about the history of the game, but her analysis is kind of off to me. I don't really like her analysis. Yeah, I agree, Tay. That was their vision. They wanted shooters, and Carter's not a good 3-point shooter. Yep, you're absolutely right. Her defense was non-existent sometimes. She could pass though when she gets into the paint. Yeah, her speed and her first step. Yeah, don't nobody listen to Shitlock. What's up, Motor City MIA? You think it was the right move to move on from Kennedy? Why you think so, Rasheen? Why should do more than score? She got teammates involved and played defense until she was clearly tired. Probably should have been subbed out, but yeah, she can get into her own head at times. When she was getting her teammates involved, B Will, was it from a facilitating point or was it from a passing point? Like, when did she get her teammates involved? Like, how did she get her teammates involved? Was it pass first or was it because she didn't have no other option to score? Because I got into it with a couple Chennedy Carter fans a couple months ago. So I want to see what you saw. Was it pass first or was it more of a I don't have a shot and I got to get a ball up and it's easier to dump it here or dump it there? Oh yeah, I saw it. I did a review on it earlier today, Cheyenne, talking about the Lakers game. It was very interesting. Um the Lakers, honestly, I still got them winning the series. I just think the Warriors got hot. They jumped on them. They sustained, and they won the game. But I feel like the Wolves did a whole lot better when they didn't have Rudy out there because their defense was better. They could switch better. When Rudy's on the floor, the T-Wolves cannot switch for nothing. Their switching is terrible. Backed by Glenn Beck. Oh, okay then, Henry. That makes sense. That makes sense. Moving away from Ken was a culture move more than a basketball move. Okay, Brass, I like that answer. I never saw Kennedy pull the team together, motivate them. She was always getting talked off the ledge. That's also true. That's also true, Uncle J.E. That's also true. I feel like it was both, HD. No, be will. Be will. You feel it was both? So explain, why do you feel it was both? Like, where did the majority of her assists go? Answer that question for me. Where did most of her assists go? Since you said it was a little bit of both, I just want to know, like, where did most of her assists go? I like Kim, but she needs a lot of babysitting. Also, he didn't understand that Angel Miller team, she wants to be Enrique of the Sky, and that's not the way the Sky want to go forward. That's interesting too. That's very interesting. She plays well, it's just not a good fit for the Sky. Okay, Rasheem. Oh, he got you banned on Twitter. Why he got you banned on Twitter, Bangs Theory? What did why did he ban you? Like, what did he do to ban you? I gotta hear this because I know this is hilarious. Cause I want to know. You know, I want to know. Like, was Jeff P absolutely correct in what he did and what he done? A lot of people on Twitter are saying, man, yeah, he was right to get rid of her. Like, her play style, a lot of like personality wise. Let me see. Uh I think their personalities is kind of the same, but here's the difference. Alexis runs the point a lot better than Ken. Alexis, it depends on where she plays at. Alexis has trouble adapting to different situations. Chennedy, and her personality, she can adapt to any situation. She could play in any situation. The thing about their personality, Ken is a person who she'll say it and then she'll come out and be like, okay, I didn't really mean it that way. Alexis is a person who will say it. Like, she'll say she dislikes somebody. And then after that, she apologized for it. After she done put her foot in her mouth. That could also be true too, Brass. A lot of people are saying that that played a part in his decision as well. Majority of her assists went to the paint, to Mill and Angel. She wasn't playing PG like that in terms of facilitating, but she did make those assists happen by penetrating to create an open look. You could say that. Chennedy, most of her assists went to Camilla. A lot of her assists went to Camilla, or she would pass it out either to Marina, or she would pass it out to the corner three. But a lot of her passes went to Miller. Angel got some passes from her, but a lot of the plays Angel got was from Kennedy's misses. Like, Kennedy would miss the basket, Angel would get the rebound and the putback. Um, a lot of Angel assists were coming from Marina. I know it's kind of surprising. Everybody's like, "Oh, well, it was from Chennedy." No. Marina was the one giving Angel a lot of the assists. A lot of people won't know that though. You know? Did you see Ken talk about the CC incident? Yeah, I saw her talk about the CC incident. Yeah, I saw her talk about it. Yeah, she was talking about it as a hard play. Then she said that she's a great player and all of this, and you know, yeah, I saw it. It was fake, but I understand what she was saying though. Oh, okay. Yeah, he was talking about his fat ass. Yeah, like that's what he do. Like he throws stones behind his hands. That's what he does. That is what he does. The thing with Teaspoon, I think Jeff, I think Jeff got into it with Teaspoon because he didn't like the development of the bigs. I don't think he liked Camilla or Angel's development. You guys have to understand, like Angel and Camilla, they really didn't get better a lot last year. Like Angel would have flashes, but a lot of times, like if you watch them play, it seemed like they all were not on the same page. Like Angel would be setting she would be boxing out to get ready for the rebound. The guards would overthrow her with a pass trying to get her the ball, and then she look up like, why you passing me the ball when you could have just scored yourself? So, and then a lot of times Angel wasn't comfortable in a lot of positions she was in on the floor. I have a question. If she embraced Angel more, would she still be on the team? Uh, I think if Chennedy would have accepted coming off the bench, I think she still would be on this team. I think because Chennedy didn't take that deal or would come off the bench, that's why I think Jeff decided to move on from her. Because like if she would come off the bench, I don't think Jeff would have had a problem with that. I think because she wants to start, you know, that's what happened. And then he tried to move her, all this allegedly, he tried to move her to another team and nobody wanted her. Yeah, she was winging it. Plus she didn't feel comfortable about some of the sets that they had her in. She didn't like a lot of the sets. A lot of the sets and a lot of the plays being ran like really weren't conducive to her. Miller was out for most of the season until, she came back before the All-Star break, and they were balling. They were balling. Exactly, Rasheen. People think coming off the bench is a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? It's not a bad thing. Chennedy Carter was out the league for a whole year. She was out the league for a whole year. She could have came back, came off the bench, balled out. Come off the bench for who? At the time, she would have just been coming off the bench, B. Will. It wouldn't have been for nobody. Yeah. That offense was terrible. That offense was trash, man. Yeah. Jamal Crawford. Made millions being a sixth man. Yep. Lou Williams. Benny Johnson. Plenty of great players came off the bench. Manu Ginobili. Right, Brass. Because look at it. Nobody wants to look at the body of work when it comes to Chennedy Carter. Nobody wants to look at it. She was with the Atlanta Dream. She had one of the best, like she had a great rookie season. While she was having her rookie season, she got suspended. Conduct detrimental to the team. This happened the following year too, where she got in a fight. But the year before, like she got into a fight. And before that, she had a lot of conduct detrimental to the team. The team just said, you know what, we're going to trade you away. She got traded to the Sparks. She got into it with Liz Cambage. Her and Liz Cambage got into it. It was well documented and seen. Then she got suspended there as well because she got conduct detrimental to the team. Then they released her and nobody signed her the following year. Fast forward to now, the Chicago Sky pick her up. They sign her to the team. Has an incredible season. Didn't make the All-Star team, which she should have made it. Then all of a sudden, when the top 25 list comes out, also when Angel was recruiting Gabby Williams to come to the team, all of a sudden she's sick, she can't play no more, or she's hurt. Then you come out now. You said then you went on some Twitter space. You basically said that there's plenty of teams talking to you. You're sitting down with teams and y'all are trying to figure it out together. Then a report comes out a week, I think, after she said that she was interviewing with a team and she possibly will play. In that interview, what I heard her say, it made her look bad because she was saying that I'm not coming off a bench, I'm a starter. So when the report came out saying that teams were scared of her play style. They didn't know how her play style would fit with their team. Some were looking for her to come off the bench. Some felt like her play style would be too much to deal with, which was code for yeah, you could be a star, but what if you don't get your way and you pout like you did at these other places? So you got to pay attention to that. Oh yeah, Mystics versus Dream. That's gonna be a good game. That's gonna be a real good game. Yeah, she got involved with a fight with Courtney Williams. Yeah, that's documented. Yeah, Rasheem, man, your history will always follow you. Doesn't matter where you go. Doesn't matter if you wrongfully were looked at wrong. Your history follows you. Your history follows you. What's up, Namo Da? Chilling, 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 chilling. Just asking a question, Namo Da, if Jeff P made the right decision in letting Ken go. Did he make the right decision, Namo? Right, Brass. If your history is you being a knucklehead, and listen, she's black. You're not a white girl. See, this is what black athletes don't understand. This goes for men and women. They don't understand everything they do is judged by a magnifying glass. Your counterparts won't have any problem dealing with that because they'll be like, oh man, whatever. I'm white. So what? I could get away with stuff. That's how they look at it. But you being black, it's not frowned upon. And I don't understand it. Like, what are we talking about here? Like, I went into this season expecting Chennedy not to come back. Whether it was they pushed her out or whether she just don't want to play the bench. I just always saw that Chennedy was not Chennedy wasn't going Chennedy wasn't going nowhere, man. Like she was not finna budge off of anything. Yeah, B Will, you got to think about it. You're black. So anything wrong you do, you're judged 100 times worse. If Chennedy was white, she would have been on the team by now. Like, period. I still can't believe Hollywood is a rock star in China, but here she's hands off. Damn. Yeah, Namo, that's what I'm saying. It's crazy. Overseas, man, she's a rock star. She's like the woman Stephon Marbury. Remember when Stephon Marbury got did dirty, like how he was did dirty by the league and he left and he went to go play overseas? Look what it's doing now. Look what it's doing now. Yeah, Uncle J.E., it's like people got to understand. You got to pay attention to what's going on. You got to pay attention to your surroundings. And a lot of people don't understand, like, it's not just about playing basketball. It's about the business. You got to also look at the business. You can't just look at hindsight and say, oh, well, it is what it is here. I'm talented. Yeah, but that talent is only going to get you so far. There's other women coming in the league that's just as talented as you, if not better. She think she got light skin privilege. Yeah, them light skin privilege days are over with. Yeah. Facts. Right. She's a better player. Kennedy's a better scorer and consistent shooter than Angel. Angel's a better passer, better defender, and better rebounder. Angel makes more winning plays than Kennedy. But I love Kennedy though, K-Stone. Yeah, look at it, Mario. They gave the International Player of the Year to Miller. Yeah, think about it. Okay, so you're saying that it was a terrible mistake and that it will cost them a championship? You think it's going to cost them a championship by not bringing Kennedy back? Well, let me ask you this, Namo Da. Why didn't the Atlanta Dream or the LA Sparks keep her? Because think about it. She is a great talent. We're not saying that. Does she deserve to be in the league? Absolutely. But why hasn't any teams picked her up? Like the season that the LA Sparks released her, why didn't anybody pick her up that season? Why did it take for Teaspoon to get hired for her to get a job again? I'm just asking, I think Ken should be on the team. I think she should be playing this year. But I'm just asking the question, why is it that the LA Sparks let her go? Why did she not get picked up until Teaspoon came to the sky? That's all I'm asking. $50 points on 50 shots in China. Hey, 50 points on 50 shots, but listen, she got 50 points. That ain't no small feat. Like everybody can't do it. It'll be 50 or 60 shots, man. Hey, she made it, you know. But let's have a real conversation tonight, people. Like this is a real conversation. This isn't oh, you're wrong or I'm right or I'm wrong and you're right. This is just us all talking. We family on here. Like we talking. Like why is it that if she's this great of a talent, why didn't she get picked up until Teaspoon became coach? And then Jeff P let her go, let her be able to go sign any team she want. Why didn't nobody sign her like the next day? Chicago wasn't close to no damn championship. What are we doing as those boys? I always look back at that game when on camera Angel had to calm her down when the team was falling apart. Teams are always watching to see how you handle things. Yeah, that's true too, Rasheen. Think about it. Angel was out, she was hurt. You're at no, she playing. Angel Reese was hurt during the season at the end. She sat out. You had a chance to take the team and take the team to the playoffs. You didn't do it. You was on the sideline getting upset. And people saw it. I believe Kurt Miller is the reason she unofficially banned from the W. Look at what happened. Weatherspoon, who brought her back, fired after one season. Kurt Miller. So Kurt Miller coached her? Hold on. Let's see. So Kurt Miller coached her. I don't remember Kurt Miller coaching her. Hold on. So you think because Kurt Miller is the reason why she's unofficially banned? So Kurt Miller got power like that? Then why did the Atlanta Dream trade her then? I'm just trying to figure out, because the Atlanta Dream had her for her first year. She balled out. Second year, she was getting suspended because of conduct detrimental to the team. She gets traded to LA. Her and Liz Cambage get into it. Then the following season, they just release her. And then she's out the league for a year. She gets brought back. So Kurt Miller basically put a ban on Chennedy Carter. Yeah, I disagree with that too. Yeah, I knew she was gone too at the end of the season. I predicted it. After I saw the press conference, I told everybody, Kennedy's not coming back. There's too much we don't know about how bad she crashed out last season. She doesn't work well under pressure. That whole illness was BS. She fell apart. That's the way it's looking like, K-Stone. There's people that I've talked to allegedly saying that there's something behind that. They didn't want to get into it, but they said it's a lot behind it. Kurt Miller was not Kennedy's coach in LA. Well, it says here that Kurt Miller was the head coach of Los Angeles during the time Chennedy was on their roster. He was hired as the Sparks head coach in 2022. Carter was a member of the Sparks team in 2022 and 23. So former Sparks general manager and head coach Derek Fisher exercised the 4th-year rookie scale option for Carter 2 games into the 2022 season. Because of that, the Sparks will essentially have to eat her $86,000, 701 the $86,701 protected salary if she goes unclaimed through waivers. While Carter's talent is undeniable, her WNBA path has been rocky. Carter had a standout rookie season in 2020, averaging 17, 3, and 2. Although she was limited to just 16 games because of an ankle injury, in 2021, she was suspended midway through the season because of conduct detrimental to the team, did not return the remainder of the year. Carter played in 24 total games for the Sparks in 2022, averaging 9, 2, and 2 in 16 minutes, one of the lowest marks on the team. She also dealt with a knee injury and a non-C19 illness that summer and was held out of 4 contests in early August, coach's decision, after which then interim head coach Fred Williams decided to play her in the Sparks' final 2 games. The Sparks, with the new head coach and Kurt Miller and GM and Bryant, have a veteran-heavy roster. featuring Nneka and Chini, Azare, and Jasmine. They're hoping to return to the playoffs after a 2-year absence. Fisher coached Ken, if I remember. Yeah, he coached Ken, and then Kurt Miller came and they released her. Kurt Miller has nothing to do with Kennedy's career. Derek Fisher was the coach. Kurt Miller was still with the Suns then. HD, you stated this a while back with Chennedy. She wants to be a superstar and goes back when Sabrina and Satu got drafted before her, and it seems that she had a chip on her shoulder. Yeah, like she's been mad ever since because she's always felt like she was better than them. Like if you go back to their college career, Chennedy Carter by far was way better than both of them. But even then at Texas A&M, a lot of people said that it was hard to deal with Chennedy Carter. Look what happened after he was fired, new GM of the Dallas Wings. He failed upwards. Who else has done that in the W? I don't know off the top of my head, Namo, but a lot of people, Kurt Miller is getting recycled. They do this in every league. I don't think this had anything to do with the Chennedy Carter. I just think, personally, my opinion, I just think Chennedy Carter's a spoiled brat. When she doesn't get her way, I think she pouts. She claims that she's sick, or she claims that something happened to her. It seems like it's always she got an illness or something. She got an illness. It just said here she had an illness in Atlanta, an illness in LA. Like, man, you just have a lot of illnesses with no C19, no C19, and you have a non-C19 illness. What happened this year? It said that she had a non-C19 illness too. So I'm like, well, you must be allergic to everything. So I don't know. I mean, as many times as she done said that, if I say that, I'm getting fired. So that's what I'm saying. It's too much of a pattern. Kennedy not being picked up by another team speaks loudly. We all know why. Personality clashes and her attitude could not be adjusted. Even Ron Artest got picked up with his crazy ass. Yeah, Ron Artest got picked up, but Ron Artest wasn't missing games because he had an illness. Ron Artest was out there playing. So we have people saying Ken is as demanding, if not more so, than young Caitlyn, is what I'm hearing. Well, Caitlyn, we know Caitlyn. Like, we know why Caitlyn gets what she gets is because she draws the money in. She brings more money to the league than Kennedy does. But is Caitlyn a piece of crap too? Yeah, she's a piece of work too. Caitlyn is I got so many stories to talk about Caitlyn. I'm going to put it on the Patreon about Caitlyn. Caitlyn is very bad. Like, her temper tantrum is worse than Ken's to me. Ken wants her way. If she is not starting, she don't want to be in the W and think the W can't move on without her. She is mistaken. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That could be said, Rasheen. Recurrent issues. Yeah, but Uncle J.E., it's crazy. It's the same issue she had for the Dream and for the Sparks. We got to stay away from Kennedy. Bree, you are not right, Bree. You are not right, Bree. Bree said we got to stay away from Kennedy. She always sick. CC's an a-hole, but she is a white a-hole, so she get a pass. Yeah, like CC is the biggest a-hole. She was an a-hole in high school. Y'all don't know about CC in high school. CC was worse. She was worse in high school than she is now. Like her dad had to sometimes jack her up allegedly and tell her like, man, you need to chill out. You are wilding out right now. That's why they've asked the dad to kind of back off after he said what he said in the stands that day. They kind of been telling the dad, you got to back off, allegedly. Allegedly, they're trying to tell the dad you can't really discipline her. Just ask former coach Sides about young Caitlin, just saying. Oh, I know about Caitlin Namo. I'm not taking nothing away from Caitlin, but we know why Caitlin is still around. I mean, we know that. You know, like my man's Rasheen said, she an a-hole, but she a white a-hole, so she gets a pass. That's just how I go. That's how I go. That's all I'm saying. Do I agree with it? No, I don't. I don't agree with it at all. I don't think Coach Side should have been fired. Coach Sides did a great job. Coach Sides did a great job for what she had. Um, she did a great job. He said, young Caitlin. Hey, man, look, man, Caitlin Clark, man, a young Caitlin, man, she was a-hole. She was a-hole. There's a lot of coaches that dealt with her, man, and talked about her. She a piece of work. Still wish AB didn't sign that deal for 4 years. Yeah, me too. Yeah, but hey, she did what she had to do. He said the MAGA fever fans is what got Sides out of control. Yeah, you can say that. Do remember Jan Jetson saying that they had to coddle Caitlin. Yeah, they had to coddle her. They had to coddle her. They had to treat her like a baby, like a literal baby. They had to treat her like that. That's also true, K Stone. I agree with that. She could come back and use it as leverage, and then she'll be able to do what she does. But I'm just saying, why is it that Chennedy is always sick? Why is it that she always has an illness, right? Because listen, if she had an illness, let's think about it. If it was just the illness, right? Let's think about this, right? I don't think a team would trade you off of an illness. What do y'all think? Yeah, Gene Gray, thanks for the correction. Yeah, it's not 4 years. They just activated the option, right? Correct. The way they put it, Gene Gray, it made it sound like she did another offer, which they didn't. Barbershop Talk said HD. I'm just saying, that's some serious illness. She got to stop kissing that girl she with. You got to stop kissing that girl. I know she like it, but she got to stop kissing her. If you getting all these damn illnesses, Oh, absolutely, Mario. She never was the leader. She wasn't the leader at Iowa. The leader at Iowa was Kate Martin. Kate Martin was the leader of Iowa. Wasn't Cece. She was probably the best player, but she wasn't the leader. She was too volatile. She was way too volatile to be a leader of a team. She too volatile. Her temperament is too erratic to her for her to be the leader of the team. Be on one of those teams. I don't know, Rasheen, because she could have been on the Golden State team. Chennedy could have been on the Golden State team, and she could have got that team balling this year. But they didn't sign her. I thought she would fit perfectly on Golden State. I thought Golden State would be perfect for her. Do Ken do a lot of kissing at the club? I don't know, Namo. I think so. Because I've been hearing, this is all allegedly, I've been hearing that she liked to go out and party. And she would go out to clubs. This is all allegedly. I heard she liked to go to clubs, man. She probably seen a fine little joint. And she probably was kind of tipsy. Gave a kiss or two to her. And she was sick. I'm just saying. I heard she liked to party, allegedly. Yeah, C19 every time the playoffs come around. It's crazy work. Crazy work, Uncle J. Crazy work. Right. had that Ferris Bueller day off flu. Right. Hey, you know what, Henry? That's my movie. Ferris Bueller. I watched it the other day. I was cracking up laughing. I cracked up laughing because the principal thought he had him and the sister saved his ass because he was supposed to be caught and expelled, but his sister saved his ass. That was my movie, Ferris Bueller Day Off. That was my shit. She got to stop going to them clubs. Bree, you ain't have to say that, Bree. Bree said, man, she got to stop going to them clubs if she getting sick. And then all of a sudden the whole damn team got sick. How the whole damn team got sick? Like, what was going on in that locker room? All of a sudden, everybody in the damn locker room was sick. You saw Angel with a mask. Michaela and them had a mask. Only a few people didn't have a mask on. Man, what was going on? Kid tried to party like Dennis Rodman. But that's the thing. Dennis Rodman didn't smoke. He didn't smoke green or drink like that. Like, he would drink, but like during the game, he wouldn't do no drugs. He would drink, but he would never do no drugs. Bueller, are you here? Right, K-Stone, Bueller, are you here, Bueller? With the Rona around, that club life is over with if you're smart. Yeah, Namo, but this is crazy. The whole team caught it, but they said hers was a non-C19 incident. So what is going on? Like, were they eating each other food? Were they around each other? Did they get in a fight and Ken just spread it to him like that monkey did on Outbreak? Like what happened? Y'all remember the monkey off of Outbreak? Is that what happened? It snuck in the locker room. Oh man. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Angel and Izzy had Masco playing sick. Kennedy ain't right. That's what I'm saying. Like, what happened? Man, did Kennedy cough on their drink or cough on them? Like, what happened? Like, what happened? I'm trying to figure out what happened. Like, for real, for real. Kennedy had that contagion package spreading like a woo. Right, facts. There was some eating going on, but I don't know if food. Right, Namo. Hey, Namo. Hey, might be Namo. Hey, we don't know. It was some eating involved, but I don't know if food was in it, though. I don't know either. I don't know if food was involved even. I don't even know if food was involved either. Could have been some eating going on, but it wasn't no food. Well, what's going on, man? So what's going on, man? Kennedy carrying that contagion. So Kennedy out here carrying that contagion. She was out here carrying that contagion. Is that why Alexis Morris is mad at Angel? Is that why Alexis Morris is mad at Angel? Because Angel and Flaw J were closer than them. Flaw J took Angel from her, allegedly. Man, let me stop, man. I'm just saying, dog. Look, because if you think about it, it makes sense. Because it just don't make sense to me why Alexis don't like Angel the way she do. It's crazy. She don't like Angel. Kennedy don't like Angel. Like, what happened? Like, Angel had that good, and they got hooked. And Angel dropped them like a bad habit. Like, what happened? Like, what happened? Like, Angel was like, y'all was just some one-nighters, man. I'm done. Like, what happened? Because it don't make sense to me, dog. Like, it is crazy work. Mario said, I was thinking the same thing. You think we'll ever find out who was fighting during that post-game interview? Hell no, we ain't gonna find out. The people who was fighting Uncle J.E., they ain't on the team no more. Think about it. They not on the team no more, Uncle J.E. The two people who were fighting ain't on the team no more. But possibly it could have been Marina too. Marina could have been fighting too. It could have been Marina, Dana, and Kennedy going at it. And Jeff said, man, I can't do it no more. Y'all gotta go. Allegedly. Because she's not a point guard, Henry T. Hurley. She's a two guard. She's a two guard that's masquerading. She's a two guard that has playmaking ability. Uncle J, like, unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Biggie Smalls is the illest. That jealousy and even eating their tails up. Yeah. I agree. That jealousy and that envy eating their tails up. I agree. Shamar, studs don't like rejection. They sure as hell don't, Shamar. That's what I was thinking too. I was thinking that from the beginning. I think they tried to holler at Angel. Angel said, "Nah, I like the meat. I like the real thing." Alexis and Jasmine were the keys to winning that championship, but Angel got all the credit. Alexis hasn't recovered since. That is true, K-Stone. Alexis and Jasmine balled out that game. So did Ladazia. Ladazia, whatever her name is, all three of them balled out that game. You're absolutely right. He said Morris and Ken Lover. Right. They look at Angel backyard and stated good goose move. Right. They think they should have the emotion and love Angel has because they feel they are better than her. That's true too, Tay. That's true too. I agree. Was that fight after Dana threw that backboard pass? I think the fight was between Dana. I don't even think it was a fight. I just think it was just a big yelling, and I just think somebody got mad and broke something and got upset. But you'll never find out because the Chicago Sky organization, they keep things tight-lipped. Yeah, Alexis never recovered. Yeah, she's forever scarred. Yeah, she mad. She was mad about that because Flaw J was getting credit and so was Angel, and Alexis was pissed off because she didn't get the credit she deserved. You know what I'm saying? She's still mad about that. She's so bitter about it. It's crazy how bitter she is. Right, Rasheen. I think that's it too. I think that's it too. Reese won MVP of that March Madness tourney for a reason. They played good that game, but Reese got them there. Oh, Orlando, I already know. Look, Reese had more points and more rebounds than everybody. She set the double-double mark. So yeah, yeah. You ain't got to tell me. I know that. I'm just saying that Alexis was upset because she didn't get the credit. Right. Yeah, I remember Angel saying her and Miller are not used to losing. After that, Angel never got a pass again. You show all right, Rasheen. She never got a pass again. Yeah, I noticed that too. She better pull it together and get out there and globetrot with her new team. She not on the Globetrotters no more, K-Stone. She got kicked off the team, I heard. She got kicked off the team. And then she decided to go play overseas, and I don't think she's on that team either. I don't know what's up with Alexis Morris, man. I think Alexis Morris really got issues, man. She got issues. It might have been Dana and Camilla got into a shouting match because well, Mario, at the press conference, it was Camilla and I believe Lizzie or whoever was there, and it was a huge, loud noise in the background, like a huge shouting thing in the background. Like, and Camilla was like, "Could you close the door?" Camilla was inside the post game press conference. She wasn't even nowhere near it. It was happening in the other room. I don't know what happened. Like, I don't know who it was. Yeah, blocking your blessings was a person. That's what I'm saying. Alexis Morris is a trip. Like, because Alexis Morris got cut She got cut and then she dissed the veterans in the WNBA. I understood what she meant. Like, yeah, like some of these older veterans are milking the game, but you can't say that. Get kicked out the club. I don't know if she got kicked out, Mario. They say she did. I think she just left. I think she just left. I don't know if she got kicked out. I just think she left. I just think she left. I just think she just said, I'm out. That's how I took it as. He said maybe Alexis Moore as a kid could start a team in China. Well, yeah, okay, they gonna start a team. The team ain't gonna run after 2 or 3 days because they gonna cuss everybody out. They gonna send people home. Soon as somebody come there rocking Angel shoes or her gear, they gonna kick her out off the team and it's one of their best players. Nah, hell no. Hell no. I remember that. I believe it was against Connecticut, and all you heard was someone that was shouting. And Camilla did say, "Can you close the door?" Yeah, like she was like somebody. Yeah, somebody was yelling back there, and she said, "Close the door." But we didn't know if that was Kennedy or not. Like nobody knew what that was. You know what I'm saying? Nobody knew what that was. They just came out of nowhere trying to say, "Oh well, you know." That might have been Kennedy. And I'm like, how is that Kennedy? You don't know if that's Kennedy or not. You know, people is just putting stuff out there. And then they asked a question like to Angel and everything, like, well, are you guys missing Chennedy Carter? Do y'all wish she was here? And Angel just said, like, we really miss Kennedy. Like, yeah, she's our teammate. Like, we need her. You know what I'm saying? But it was kind of weird. Like the whole situation was weird. It, you know what I'm saying? And like I kept telling everybody, it had nothing to do with Angel. The problem was is that I believe that Kennedy got upset because she was in her feelings about that ESPN ranking. She got upset about that ESPN ranking, allegedly. She got mad, and then Angel was asking Gabby to come to the team because they need help. I think low key Kennedy was salty, and then she started flipping out. And they was like, "Man, are you serious? You tripping about a damn ranking?" You know, and she kind of felt some type of way. You know, so that's all I'm saying is like if you put two to two together, it's a lot of craziness going on. Yeah, John, tell him to hit the like button, man. Don't come over here spying and shit. Hit the like button. Oh man, exactly, Rasheen. Barbie gave her the layup. She said Ken and Barbie. And she messed it up, man. Because look, sometimes Some people feel like they are the star of the show. They don't know how to market with other people. Sometimes people try to bring you in. Some people just don't know how to accept it. They don't. You know, some people just can't accept saying, you know, let me fall back. Let me be the number two. They don't know how to do it. And then if you look on the internet, Angel was trying to hit her up all day. Ken was kind of curbing her. You know? And then Angel went to All-Star Weekend. The only people to show up was Michaela, Diamond. I believe E. Will was down there too. So that's kind of weird. Dana wasn't there. None of the other teammates were there. Exactly, Cheyenne. Exactly. Couldn't handle that pressure. Yeah, exactly, Namo. I'm tired of being disrespected. I remember that tweet. I remember it. Like it was yesterday. Over a ranking, dog. Yeah. Well, Michaela was cool with her. Oh, absolutely, Orlando. It's a lot of players better than Angel right now. Yeah. She's a rookie, but for what she's done, I do got her in my top 15 right now. She's in my top 15. Yeah, she's in my top 15 at number 15. So yeah, there's a lot of players better than Orlando, but it's like we know that. The problem is that other fan base think they play her better than everybody when she's not. Yeah, I like Diamond too, man. I hope she gets better. Even Flaw J low key. No, Flaw J did not support her Uncle J. Her and Flaw J do not mess with each other. Flaw J didn't she gave a shout out on that one song. I get a double like Reese. She just gave her a shout out because you know Angel name was hot at the time because she was getting all these doubles. Nah, Flaw J do not like Angel at all. Like she'll be cordial when she see her, but she do not like her. Angel don't like her either. Well, Cheyenne, that's all you could do, man. Like you can't worry about the narrative. Like all you can do is control what you can control. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm about to go to sleep. Catch y'all on the back end. All right, Mario, man. Thanks for coming by, man. Be safe and have a good night. Uncle Jay, he said I was joking. You're too serious, nephew. Uncle Jay, he is funny, man. I was joking, man. Like shit. Lil Fo, man, shit. Yeah, I took a picture with CC and all that BS. Crazy work. Flaw J's mom is messy. I think she has a lot to do with Flaw J. Oh, yeah, she does. Oh, she does. The mother is the reason why they not cool. The mother said some things during that tweet, man. It was like, look, like, what is wrong with you? Like, you got to chill. You going to mess the money up. Because Flaw J mom messed the money up. If Big Fo and Angel would have been cool kicking it like they do, bro, they would have made money. Yep. Put her in the trick bag and she fell for it. Exactly. Uncle Jay laughing. Big Fo love him flat back ends. Hey man, she loves something. Right now she love her man. Right now she love her man because he done put it on her. She don't know how to act right now. She don't know how to act. She's so hooked by him. Yeah, I agree too, Andre. HD, I'm very sarcastic. Oh, Uncle J, I know you are. You know how to sarcastically get at everybody. I know, I can tell. That's good, you sarcastic. We're gonna need that during the season if we don't do good, Uncle J. We're gonna need your sarcasm. Like straight up. We gonna need it. Dealing with this crap coming up. Cause this is gonna be a long season, man. We gonna need all that sarcasm. I was just saying how feminine the W is getting, and I saw the wings and said, well, man, you talk about what Alyssa said? Yeah, that was hilarious. Alyssa is hilarious. Oh, yeah, she going to get better in the rookie year. So, chat, what do we think is Kennedy's future in the W? I don't think she'll ever come back, Rasheen. What does everybody else think? Do you think Kennedy will be back in the W anytime soon? Yeah. Yeah, what does the chat think about Chennedy Carter's future in the W? Do you guys and gals think that she'll be on another team during this year or next year? Andre said, I think she done. Okay, Uncle J.E. said, I think Kennedy is done. Maybe get another chance after years have passed. I think so too. Yeah, done, unfortunately. Yeah. Oh, yeah, she'll ball out overseas. Jean Grace says, I think she's done for good. League might Liz can beige her. Yeah, I agree, Rasheen. You said I think Kennedy is done, unfortunately. Kennedy is done. Fortunately, she'll have success overseas. I think she's done. Yeah, the league might can beige her. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. John F. Kennedy will come back the night before Kennedy comes back in. Yeah, I agree. I agree, Shamar. Bang said it's a wrap, B. Yeah, it's a wrap. I agree. There's too much talent pouring in and too many eyes on the league to allow their antics. The league is trying to make money on this wave. Yeah, I agree. They're trying to make money, and you either gonna go with it or you lost. You right, K Stone. Oh man. What's up, Definitive One? The Aces might have a good enough structure leadership to take a flyer on Kennedy. I mean, if they did, why didn't they? Why did they go get Harmony Turner? Why did they go get Deja Kelly? Why did they go get Aaliyah Nye? Like, why did they get these players on Definitive One when they could have got her a while ago? Like, why didn't you get her? Why would you go get Harmony Turner? Why would you go get Deja Kelly? You know, why would you get those players when you could have just got her? They could have traded for a Definitive One. They traded for Dana Evans, but why didn't you trade for her? She was on the trade block allegedly, but they never traded for her. Like, listen, I'm not denying the Definitive One. I think she would do well in a veteran organization as well, but I just don't understand. Like, you had a chance to get her before Dana Evans. And you basically said, you know what? We'll trade our 2 second-round picks for Dana Evans. Yeah, Liz got her OnlyFans too. She do OnlyFans. Definitive One laughing. But Definitive One, I agree with you. The Aces have a good leadership and good structure. But the only issue with that, Becky might choke her before the season starts. Becky is crazy. People don't understand. Becky is batshit crazy. Becky will fight your ass, dog. Becky will close that door and whoop your ass. She crazy. Becky is nuts. That's why Kelsey Plum had to get up out of there. Becky scared the hell out of Kelsey Plum one game. Becky was finna shove her foot up Kelsey Plum ass. Kelsey Plum said, hell no, I gotta go. Coach crazy. Allegedly. Allegedly, y'all. Shoot, I think so too, Rasheem. Because them young bulls coming in, they ready. Them young bulls ready. Like for real, they ready. Cause Becky crazy as hell, man. If your ass mess up on a play or running the curl, man, Becky gonna choke the hell out you. Becky is bad shit crazy. I be telling them, I be like, man, y'all don't want to play with Becky. Becky would choke the hell out you. Then she'll wave your ass. Rasheem, plenty of times, dude. Asia and them had to talk Becky off the ledge, bro. See, let me tell y'all something. Everybody thought last year KP was beefing with Asia. I'm like, KP wasn't beefing with no damn Asia. Asia was getting pissed at her because she was taking some bad shots. Becky was finna choke the hell out of this girl. Becky, that's one of the reasons why the general manager's not there no more. Y'all notice the general manager got let go, right? Because the general manager didn't want to let Kelsey go. This is all allegedly. The general manager did not want to let Kelsey Plum go. Felt like Kelsey is a great asset to the team. Becky was like, look, listen, she got to go or I'm about to choke her because she's not listening. She's pouting and she's not even running the plays how she's supposed to. Yeah, that is true, Henry. Oh, she's very talented, definitive one. Listen, definitive one, I said it. Chennedy Carter should be in the league. She should be a starter. But it's politics, man. You got to play the game. Got to play the game. Listen, I'm not a huge LeBron fan, but the thing I love about LeBron could play the game. He know how to play the game to get what he wants and to keep doing what he's doing. He plays the game correctly. A lot of people just don't know how to play the game. That's the reason why the media loves him. Because he plays the game. The media hated Kobe. I'm a Kobe guy. But the media hated Kobe because they couldn't convict him. And then Kobe just didn't give a damn. He said how he felt. LeBron, he played to the media. The media like, man, LeBron is so nice. When LeBron don't give a damn about nobody. LeBron don't care about shit y'all niggas talking about. LeBron is like, look, man, I got to trade these niggas by the deadline. Man, I'm trying to get to a championship. but he plays the game. He knows how to play it. Michael Jordan knew how to play the game. Michael Jordan said, Clyde Drexler is just as good as me. It's not even that much further on how good Clyde is. Clyde is right there with me. The reason Clyde Drexler didn't get the things that I get is because he didn't play the game. You have to play the game. If you want to play, you got to play the game. What's the max years a player in the W should play before retiring? K-Stone, I mean, I don't know, because every player is different. Some players can play to their 38 or 40, like Diana Taurasi. You know, some players just can't. To me, I feel like if you're a veteran in the league, you should play as long as your body can tell you could play. Oh, man, Harmony Turner's a dog, and she got a great story. Like, her story is so sad. I almost cried when I read her story. Her story is crazy. I'm so happy, and I thank God she made it through those times. But you got to know how to play the game. Kevin Durant's a baller. Do you know why Kevin Durant gets treated like he gets treated? It's because he doesn't play the game. He don't know how to be like, put on a fake smile and go do it. Man, KD want to he want to burn, go play ball and go home. You got to know how to play the game, bro. If you don't know how to play the game, you're not going to last. You're not. Yeah, exactly. Asia would choke the hell out of. Listen, Asia would beat the brakes off of Ken. But see, Asia's not the one you need to worry about. I'm going to tell y'all something. Nobody's talked about it. Jackie Young was the main one upset with Kelsey Plum, allegedly. Her and Kelsey bumped heads a lot because Jackie Young is cool with Asia and cool with Becky. You know, J.O. would get upset a lot of times because she felt like Kelsey would be selfish. And a lot of times J.O. would be open. Kelsey wouldn't even give it a look. Kelsey would just jack up a shot. And everybody was getting pissed off. It's like, what are we talking about? What are we doing? Right, definitive one, the money was finna be coming in. All she had to do was just chill. Play the game. Nobody's telling you to go kiss a bunch of babies, but just be respectful. Like Colin Cowherd said years ago, you have to be a good hang. You got to, Rasheen. You gotta know how to play the game. Bro, it doesn't have nothing to do with your talent. Kevin Durant, they don't care about Kevin Durant going to play with Golden State. They're mad at Kevin Durant because Kevin Durant won't play the game. It has nothing to do with his talent. Everyone be talking about LeBron's better or Steph is better. They don't care about all of that. They want to know, can you play the game? Can you kiss the ass? Will you be who we want you to be? That's why John Morant going through what he going through. Now, albeit he showed the pistols off and stuff on camera, but dog, they been wanting John Morant to be the villain. They wanted him to be the villain so long ago. They want John Morant to cut his hair. They want him to edge his head, get his edges line up, cut his hair, cover those tattoos, get the square eyebrows. You know, they want him to be corporate. Ja Morant don't want to be corporate. He want to be Ja Morant. So that's why they said, oh, you want to be Ja Morant? Okay, bet. We gonna skip over you and we finna go to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. They want to make Anthony Edwards that guy, but Anthony Edwards can't wrap his meat up. He get a damn girl pregnant every other damn week. They are so pissed off. They have been wanting to move from LeBron. They can't move on from LeBron. They can't because you got all these immature ass babies. They like Steph. They love Steph, but they just feel like we love you, Steph, but jeez, they don't like Steph's wife. They still mad at her for saying what she said about the finals being rigged when they know the game control, but they don't want her to say that shit. Y'all got to understand, this is a business. The sport is basketball, but the business is the NBA and the WNBA. It don't matter how great you are. It's a lot of players as good as LeBron or not better, but they don't play the game. So they're not finna get the calls LeBron get. They're not going to be able to control the game like LeBron does because they don't play the game. They don't. It's a business. Right, exactly. Definitive one. And not only that, definitive one, Reebok put a clause in his contract so he'll be rich after, a certain age that he's going to split with his ex-wife because of all the stuff she dealt with him. He gave that as a gift to her. But you're right. AI had to learn, like, man, I got to get my money. but AI blew through all his money, man, and Reebok took care of him. That's why Reebok let him come back and run the company with Shaq, because he made Reebok so much money they don't even know how to act. Hey, listen, LeBron done got a lot of people paid, Cheyenne. So he done got a lot of people paid. For real. Yeah, that's it. Listen, Ant-Man and Ja Morant would have been promoted. They don't understand. Ant-Man get a girl pregnant every other week, then tell her, man, get rid of the baby. Like, nigga, you can't say that. You can't say that. Do you know how many people who got money in the NBA, who care about that image? Yeah, it's the National Business Association, right, Cheyenne? It is. It's the National Business Association. This is why they always give Steph love, because Steph knows how to keep a clean image. AJ, everything pans out this year. Who do we need to add in next year? Free agency, is it a scorer and point of attack defender? We need both, definitive one. We're going to need a scorer and a point of attack defender. I think that personally, I think we're going to sign Ariel Atkins back, and I think we got a chance to go get Dejounte Carrington. I think we might add Dejounte Carrington to the team. That's what I've been hearing, is that Dejounte is not sold on staying in Dallas for years down the line. This was just a stopgap right quick. That's what I heard. Oh no, man, he don't want it. He don't cooperate with it, dog. He don't cooperate with it at all, because that's just who he is. Like, listen, Ant-Man. Y'all got to remember, Ant-Man's dad left him when he was a kid, and he lost his mom and his grandma at the same time in a car accident. Ant-Man ain't been right ever since. But because he's so talented, he just ignores it. Like, he ignores it. Like, he's that talented. Shout out to my brother Carcino. Carcino talked about it. Carcino even said it that he still is hurt. Like he has the fear of losing and pain. It's crazy. Right. Cooper Flag. Yep, exactly, Rasheen. You already see the game. They're going to give it to Cooper Flag. They're going to give it to Cooper Flag. They're going to put him on the team, and they're going to make his team as great as they can. Right. NBA, WNBA equals entertainment business. It's entertainment. Yeah, definitive one, they all fumbled. You are absolutely right. They fumbled. Morant, Edwards, and Zion all had the league and fumbled it. They fumbled it. Crazy work. Yeah, exactly, K-Stone. Allen Iverson was terrible with money. This dude, Allen Iverson, used to give people money just to give them money. And people would tell Allen Iverson, dog, you got to be careful. You're going to go broke. He never would listen. And then when he went broke, he realized it. But luckily, Reebok put that clause in his contract to save his ass. Yeah, definitive one. The Reebok clause was a brilliant move by Reebok. Yeah, they blessed him with that. Because listen, if he wouldn't have had that deal, AI would have been on the street, dog, with a homeless sign on. Telling you. Carrington would be in that welcome edition. Yeah, I think Carrington might come up to Chicago, but I'm not sure. I don't think Melissa gonna come. I think Melissa, I don't know. We'll see. But I don't think Melissa is coming. I think she's gonna try to stay in Dallas. But I think Dejanay could mess around and come because think about it. She's on Reebok. You put her and Angel, two of the big Reebok stars, on the same team. You know how much money that's gonna be? It's gonna be crazy work. Because look at Clutch Sports. LeBron and his buddies company, Clutch Sports. They got Asia and they got what's his name? What's her name? Jewel Lloyd on the same team, and they're both with Clutch. So they're making double the money. They're making double the money. Yeah, dog, they all young and low-key dumb. Exactly, definitive one. One guy play with guns. The other guy can't wrap his meat up. And then the other guy just choose wrong women to smash. And then he's hurt all the time. Yeah, I agree, K-Stone. She loves Texas. I didn't know that about Ann. Yeah, definitive one. If you have time, definitive one, go look it up. Go look up the story. It's very tragic, dog. It's tragic. You might shed a tear going to read it. Just type in Anthony Edwards youth, like losing his grandma and mother. Man, your eyes might ball out, dog. Like, damn, that's crazy. That's why he act the way he act. Like, it's nothing like, that's why I don't be hard on him, like when he does something ignorant, because, dog, he's still coping with the loss of his mother and grandmother. I know some people will say, well, you older, you gotta go past that. I'm like, man, it's still hard, bro. It's still hard to go past that when you lose somebody. I don't care how much gum or I don't care how much time you have. Like, bro, it's sad. Yeah, LeBron got Juju Watkins on Clutch. LeBron making money, dog. He making bread. Shoot, it's both Cheyenne, Ja Wick, Ja Grenade. It's Ja Grenade, man. HBL, I think with Adidas. But that'll be dope. They want to say we got the best player in the W and the NBA and CC and Flag. Yeah, definitive one. That's what they're doing. They're promoting them because they make money off of them. They make money off of them. Nike basically is in bed with ESPN and All Sports. So those two are signed to LeBron and Rich Paul's company, and they're making bread. That's why when they asked Cece about who the best college player is, and you know, she was right there, they asked her, she said, "Oh, you know, this person or that person." Like, they don't like that. They don't like when you disagree with them. Let's see. So we gotta have a good reason so DJ can see how she would fit and take it to the next level. Yep, exactly. You got it. Let's see. So we gotta have a good season so DJ can see. Yeah, exactly. We got to. I'm gonna read up on Ant tonight. Good look, OG. Oh, no doubt, definitive one. Yeah, read up on it, man. It's sad, dog. It is a sad story. Like, I almost shedded a tear, dog. Like, man, that's why he act the way he act. I don't even get mad at him. I'm be like, man, just make a better decision, man. For real. Why do so many of these black content male creators hate Angels? Are really disturbing. A lot of them hate Angel because they're either getting paid or they love to see her. You know, you know, they just love to hate her, man. You know, they don't like to see. They don't like to see a black. They don't like to see. You know what I'm saying? They don't like to see us big up Angel in that positive light. A lot of those doing the negative light. So that's how I look at it. But these black content male creators, you know, they hate them. You know, hate Angel, and you're absolutely right, K Stone. You know, they just hate her, man, because they probably never had a chance to talk to a woman before, man, as fine as her, and they mad. Yeah, I agree, Henry T. Man, I lost my dad 20 years ago, and my mom 5 years later. Still a struggle every day, and I'm older than Aunt by 20 years. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, definitive one. I lost my dad like 6 years ago, I believe. So yeah, it doesn't get any easier. Like, it's very hard. Like, people don't understand. Like, you cope with stuff, but when you lose somebody close to you, man, you don't even care about that stuff. So it happens, man. But I'm sorry to hear that from you, definitive one. What's up, Aisha? Feel like CC play with black people when asked who your best athlete, mine more than all of a sudden now it's Serena Williams. Yeah, I mean, that's what she do. She's very fickle. So said this is why I never go too hard on Ant-Man. Yeah. But yeah, guys, man, thank y'all for listening, man. Thank y'all for coming by. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, share this. Hit the notification bell to select all to receive upcoming notifications. And if you guys love what you hear, you could donate, you could super chat. We take 99 cents or $5 or more, whatever your heart's desire. HD, quick question. Did you ever watch Squid Games? Oh man, I haven't. I got to. I've been busy, K-Stone, but I got you. It takes time to learn yourself again after losing someone as close to you as your father. I'm rooting for Ant to figure it out now. Me too, man. I am too. I'm hoping for him to figure it out. I think he will. You know, that's how I go. But yeah. Yeah, facts, definitive one. I agree, it do. Yeah, me too, man. Facts. But yeah, thank y'all, man, for your love and blessings, man. You know what I'm saying? I am out. Appreciate that definitive one, man. Appreciate that. Yeah, man. Rest in power of my pops, man. Yeah. Appreciate you. Good night, K Stone. Good night, everybody. Y'all have a blessed night. I'll see y'all mañana.